guys. Okay, so for our tutorial today, for our Technique Lovers Challenge, I thought that it would be fun to do some of the Christmas tree ornament tag, package tags that Dina did, and I think it was like a 2015 tutorial maybe. I'll look back and link that, of course. But I thought that, you know, some of the things that she used were jewelry making tools and some like head pins and things of that nature. I have those because I also do some jewelry, but I thought that some people might not have those, so I thought it would be fun to see if I could tweak it in a way that would allow it to be something that we all could do, whether or not we had the jewelry making. Because if you guys are like me, I know you got some buttons. So I dug through my buttons and I found some green buttons, and I have 5 of them, and they're just 5 different sizes. And then I have one more that's a little smaller, and I don't know how many of them I'll use, 5 or 6 of them. And then I have a couple of stars. I also have 2 brown buttons, and I'm just going to use some brown twine. You can use any color twine you want. I just, for some reason, grabbed this one because it's kind of a thinner one, and it will be easier, I think, to go through the holes without me having to thread a needle or anything like that. And yeah, you again pick what you need to pick. I think I think these would be really fun for like a craft, like if you're using craft packaging. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of twine, and actually I think I want to grab a piece that's longer than that. It's always easier to cut it off if you get too much than it is to grow it. All right, so I'm just going to take one of them and all right, so the button's going to go through, it's going to go through each of them. So there's the bottom. You can do as many brown ones as you want. This one has kind of a fun little dimension on it, so it's going to make it a little taller. But if you wanted this is for your tree trunk, if you wanted it to be a little taller than this, that's fine. At this point, I'm going to go with my bigger button and thread it on. Then I'm going to use one of these smaller buttons. I think in the tutorial she used some clear beads. You could do that. Again, I just thought, you know what, I have so many buttons, and I am guessing we are all collectors of buttons. And I use green buttons because I just grabbed the green container. But if you've got multiple colors and you want to do a multiple color tree, I say go for it. It'll be super fun. So basically all I'm doing is just threading these down until they get smaller at the top. I'm threading a little, the smallest one I have between each layer. When I get to the buttons that have 4 holes, I just go into 2 that are side by side like this. Not so diagonally across, not side by side up and down, but diagonally, so that they'll flow right. Ooh. Nothing like having to perform live. Okay, so I'm actually going to end this with that smallest bead as well. So it not only is it the in between each layer button, looks like I know it's right. Oh, I see what it did. It's between each layer, but it's also going to end it, so that'll give me the last layer will be the smallest. Now, You guys make your tree as tall as you want or as short as you want. And then I have these cute little star buttons. I think at this point you could end it with a fun button that was just yellow or red, or just, it could be just a tree. It doesn't have to have a star. These stars have really small holes, so rather than spending a whole lot of time trying to, oh, there we go. All right. Just have to twist that top really tight. Trim it off a little bit. Sometimes after he's gone through so many times, it kind of frays a little bit. There we go. Now I'm just going to kind of, not really hard, but I'm just going to kind of gently pull these two strings apart to make it all tight. I want to make sure everything is lined up the way I want it to be. And then I'm just going to tie this off as a knot. If you'd use a different color thread, this would be like it could look like a bow on the top of your tree. At this point, instead of, I had originally thought I might tie a bow right now, but instead I think I'm going to tie a knot at the top so that I can have something to hang it on. And that's it. So here is the Technique Lovers Challenge. You're going to make an embellishment, and it can be for a package. You guys can try to put it on a card. It might be fun to put it on a card, just kind of as something that could be, this was my test one, but just have fun with it. Play with the colors, play with whatever, but yeah, it's almost Christmas, and I think it'd be fun to make a topper. Have fun. Bye, guys.